Hello. Welcome back to Will Run For. I am Michael and with Tom and Diana.
Hello.
Hi.
And of course, as you all know, and if you don't, and I apologize if it's the first time you're hearing it, we don't want to shock or trigger anyone. But Erin passed away the other day from breast cancer, of course. She was 43 years old. It's awful.
Yeah.
We didn't really plan, this is very off the cuff, so I just want to be clear of that. We just wanted to come on and give a little update of what happened for everyone. And just, and in a few weeks, I would like to do a remembrance episode. If people would like to send in their thoughts about her, please send it to the email, and if you can, please do it as an audio file. I don't think I could read them, I'll be perfectly honest, and get through them. So if you would like to contribute to an episode where we remember her and where all of you remember her, just send it to willrunforpodcast@gmail.com, and I can take care of all of the audio files. But I would super appreciate an audio file because I don't think I could read through. I have read through maybe 3,000 Instagram comments in the past 2 days, and they were all amazing. And I love you all, and thank you so much. So that's where I'm at. So how are you guys?
Yeah. You're handling it, I think, better than anyone could expect or imagine. So, I don't know. I think for us, you're doing a little bit more than I think I am. I don't think I've been on really Instagram or reading anything, or I'm sure when it comes out, it'll come out. But, yeah, just for now, I keep going from disbelief to anger to sadness to all of the things that go on. But yeah, we're getting through it, and thank you guys for reaching out. If people are texting me, I seem to be responding, but anything other than that, I'm not really.
I think more than a lot of folks, just because of our relationship and this podcast, we've been in constant communication for 5 years.
Yeah,
or so.
5 years. Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, we knew what was going on. We stayed in contact. I don't know. Nothing makes this easy. This is the worst thing. There's no playbook. She obviously loved her people. She had a lot of people. A lot of people loved her. She was the sun in a lot of universes. So this is going to hit a lot of people in a lot of different ways. But man, we just, you just ride those waves of sadness and memories and all that stuff. And I don't know. Much like every other episode, we have animals doing what they're doing, and
she would appreciate. She would appreciate Indy in the background,
barking at nothing.
He's so bad.
So,
I know for me, everybody's stories and thoughts and everything on mostly on Instagram, because that's the only thing I'm really on and checking. But I was obviously checking my own and Erin's and the podcast ones and all that. I am pretty sure I read everything. So if you posted something or shared something or made a story about something, just know that it's almost certain that I read it, and every single one of them touched me so much, and it helped me more than you can imagine. I know for some people you can't see that stuff, and that's totally fine too. However anybody has to handle anything is totally fine. But for me, all those things and seeing all that and seeing that outpouring was just incredible. It was hard to I couldn't get away from it for 24 hours straight, essentially. And I don't mean it was inundating my life. I meant I needed it. I wanted it.
Yeah,
I needed to see it. Yeah. Just the simple stories of like people who met her in the corral at New York City this year, or met us at like outside the hotel there or the meetup, or people who there were some people who just like followed along or listened or found her on Pace Yourself or found her because of On the Runs or whatever, and things like that. And every single one of them was so amazingly positive and just like really captured who she was and how she handled this whole thing. Like I honestly, being here firsthand, obviously, I don't think she ever fully expressed the level of pain she was in.
Yeah.
Like I know she said she was in pain, but I don't think people understand the level of pain the last 2 months that she was living with. Like when you say like a 10 out of 10, like that 10 for her kept increasing tenfold.
Mm-hmm.
Like it felt like every week we hit another level. So basically from say marathon weekend where we saw a lot of people, to the couple days she happened to be down at Princess for Snarky Melissa's birthday. Like I don't even know how she got there. She was in such excruciating pain, but she would never ever let her closest friends down.
Yeah.
And she got there. And I literally, she called me and was like, I have to fly home. I can't even function. She flew home alone. I picked her up at the airport and she went right to the hospital. Like that's the level of pain she was in.
Yep.
But not even that could stop her. Like it was insane. Like, so all of your remembrances and all of your stories and thoughts, they like just know how much they matter when I get to see them or when anybody gets to see them, honestly. And Erin would definitely appreciate them. So I don't know. Sorry if I'm making people cry. I'm trying to not cry myself. So
No.
it comes and goes in waves, and
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. But if you are in our area, my area, whatever, we are doing a memorial on Friday in Haddonfield, New Jersey. Obviously, we posted the obituary, which was kind of the hardest post I think for me to make. Like typing it out and saying it was one thing, typing out that she was in hospice was one thing, but like actually getting the obituary and actually putting it there, it was like this like stamp on it that it was real.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, and Michael, I'm just so impressed you were able to do anything. I know we kept reaching out and saying, what do you need? What do you need us to do? Who do you need us to tell? All of that stuff. And you were typing and doing everything yourself. So I don't know how you were able to do it.
There was help. So like, I don't want to like, yes, physically I was there the last, I don't know, 5 days, probably alone.
Mm-hmm.
But, Snarky and Melissa and Marcia, who were there, and they were there for me, like in organizing things, like visitations and stuff like that. And then there was other people who were in last week. Dana was over here. Chopper Girl Kelly was over here. Our friend Laura Bailey from Old Team Shenanigans was here. Like Kenny was here. I'm trying to think everybody else was here. Linda was here. And Steph was here. But they were like, there was so many people here and they were helping her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it took a little load off of me that week before, just enough to where I could get through that final week.
Yep.
Because that weekend where like we had a sleepover one night and they watched movies and had fun, and I was able to sleep in my bed for the last time while everything happened. I have been back in my bed since then, with Ollie waking me up at 5 a.m. But prior to that, I hadn't slept in my bed for a week.
Yep.
And I didn't leave a single room of this house or the single room at the hospice for a week almost.
Yep.
Other than to grab food. So that night they gave me was like, I can't even tell you how amazing it was. But I think I wanted to do this because of how Erin approached her cancer from the beginning and how open she was about it. to as much as she, felt like she should be. Because like, yes, it like her journey with it ended, and it ended the way it does too many times for too many people, right? And she was only 43. But she's like, you got to keep going on. Just like she would say, like, who was it? I forget who it was that was at the Donna where she told her, you got to run your race. That's how you like honor me. You run your race for you and you do your stuff. Like that was her spirit in general. And also sharing so that people like could kind of understand what she was going through to some extent. So I know that got tough the last few months because it was really, really difficult for her. She was in a ton of pain and it was just extremely, extremely difficult, in and out of the hospital a lot. So she wasn't able to share that part. And I don't know. I just felt it was good to be open, that like she was open about dealing with cancer. I wanted to be open about dealing with grief. I don't even know how I'm dealing with it yet. I don't know if any of us know how we're dealing with it yet. But yeah, like, and I talked to her 2 weeks ago when she was still, fully herself. And she was like, I want you guys to do whatever you want to do. And so the three of us had talked about it, and we're like, we'll just see how it feels in a few weeks or whatever, basically. So this is not like some long-term commitment or non-commitment or anything. We're just like figuring it out, like people figure things out. But she would want everybody to just go and have fun and smile and think of her. That I know.
That's 100%.
Yeah.
We didn't plan any of this, so I don't know. Let's be real. Like, what do you even say in this moment? I don't know. Like, I'm literally in a room where I just turn around and I just see stuff all the time. Like, like the wig that she never wore is right here. The red wig. I think she wore it for something. I think I wore it for Family Feud, actually. Just like random stuff that's like hers is just here, and it's just like, that's difficult. Like I've started doing things, like cleaning up random stuff. And I will recommend, you don't need 200 tank tops.
Oh boy.
I'm just going to say that.
That's
Erin, wherever you are, you don't need 200 tank tops, but you got them. So, yeah, but that's why I loved her. Cause like, I don't know, she was unapologetically herself,
That's very true. Yeah.
Well, what did I say right before we started recording? And I said, well, that's her problem. She default liked everyone and thought the better of them, where I default like with suspicion.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's why her network is so big. She,
I mean,
that's how she lived her life.
Exactly. Like I got so many messages from people like I can't even tell you, but I truly appreciated every single one. It was just insane. Mm-hmm. And like this week is going to be a blur. I know that with obviously her memorial coming up and all that. So it's going to be a while before like I'm here and it's just quiet with nothing to do. And like I have tons of paperwork and stuff to do this week, of course, just like the normal things that happen with this, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. So I know that like time is coming where the crash is coming. So I'm just waiting to see when that is, essentially. So, but I promised her that I would just, she made me promise her that I would, just live, basically, and not give up, which I would never do that to her. And like I told people who came in while I was there, I was like, no, they're like, why don't you go take a break or this or that? It was like the nursing staff that was there. I was like, no, it's like, I told her I would be here every second. I'm not leaving. Like, That's it. I am here. Like, I don't care if this is another week. I am staying in this room. It doesn't matter. My stomach was not thrilled with that decision. Because I was ordering like random DoorDash at random times of day. So there was that. But yeah, I made a promise to her, and I would never break that. So it's difficult, but
No, it's one of the hardest things I think we've ever been through.
yeah, it's been a tough year and a half. And we were hopeful in the beginning because she was doing pretty well, and kept training, and did New York City and all that. But after New York City, things kind of really turned, honestly, in the month after that. So that's when it became super difficult. And I think people could see it when we saw her and all,
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. We don't know where we go from here. I think we are definitely going to do something with springtime because you guys are going to be there. Do like a kind of recap because I assume people will be there and like getting together and thinking of her. So we would like to talk about that. And so that's something we will likely do. When is that? Next week, I guess.
It's next week already. I can't
Next
believe it.
weekend.
I was just
Jesus
looking at
Christ.
the calendar.
Yeah.
So her memorial is Friday the 28th. And
Yep.
then I think a lot of people are headed down to springtime. I know we're headed down the following Wednesday. I know some people get there earlier in the week. But Tom and I are planning on being at the expo in our normal spot, kind of on that walkway. Probably on the side that there's shade, although there's not seats on the side that there's shade usually.
Yeah, that is the issue.
So we'll be there, and our plan is to just kind of hang out there all day. Tom and I were just saying we've got like dinner reservations, I think like one night while we're there. So if anybody wants to get together or hang out, we definitely love to see people in the morning. And maybe get kind of a group of people to run the 5K together, something like that. I'd love. Yeah. We have costumes planned, but right now Tom and I are thinking of a way. How do we celebrate Erin in the most obnoxious way as possible? Because that's what she would have wanted.
That's the perfect spirit to do it in.
That's
quite
just
that
what's
is who she
the
is.
most obnoxious thing
Yes, exactly.
we can do.
There is no more perfect way to honor her than to go all in and do it over the top.
Yeah. So, that's what we're thinking about. I don't know, Tom, if you wanted anything to add to that.
Not really. I don't know. Like I said, there's no playbook for this. So
No.
when we're down there, you see us, whatever. It'll be a wave of emotions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Unlike Erin, I have resting bitch face, but that doesn't mean you can't come talk to me. So
I don't. I might be blubbery the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So,
fair. That's fair.
Feel free to come up to me.
That's good. Yeah, and we thought it was important because I know not everybody can get here for Memorial. I mean, her friend group and her just the people who cared about her just spans such an area, and it's a short period of time, so it's very understandable. So it's I think it's important for everybody to lean on each other. You know what I mean? That's what she would want. And there's nothing wrong with that. But smile. It's okay to cry, obviously, and be sad and everything else, but celebrate. That's what she wanted, she did not stop. Right, Jack? She did not stop at all.
Yep.
Do you know how many times Diana was like, we got to tell her to stop doing stuff?
I was mad at her. I kept yelling at her. I was messaging her.
I know.
I was like, you're scaring me. Stop.
You gotta stop. Yeah. Nope. She could not. Nothing stopped her. No.
Yeah. That's my.
And that's it. Just grasp everything you can and go for it. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you see anybody around, wherever it may be, definitely don't hesitate to come up and say anything.
Yep.
We're all in this together. I mean, obviously for me, it's a little different. She was my wife. I understand that, but
she loved Tom first, though.
It's true. It is true. but I learned like so much from her about
Mhm.
like accepting people. I don't know if people know this. I'm a little grumpier than she is.
What?
I
Huh?
don't know if people are aware of that.
What?
But you know, like we can all lean on each other, and that's totally cool. But in that time, we can also like laugh and have fun and make jokes and everything. She was joking until the end, and
She
I am
was
not lying.
Joking when we saw her in the hot, because we were there 2 weeks before, maybe less than that, but
Yeah,
2
like
weeks
2 weeks.
before.
Yeah, about approximately. Yeah.
And she was joking literally the entire time.
She made fun of
So-
me 2 days before she passed.
Yep, that sounds right. You guys actually got in an argument when we were there about something where I'm like,
Oh, that's surprising.
there it
Yeah,
is.
She's
Yeah,
still
there-
obstinate.
She was
yes,
still,
exactly.
yeah. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
how are they still picking at each other? Like
Oh god, yeah. No, she made fun of me literally 2 days before.
yeah, that sounds right.
It was very funny. I told the person who involved the story, and they appreciated it. So,
Mhm.
yeah. No, I appreciate everybody who came, everybody who wrote, everybody who said anything. Thank you so much. It like truly means the world to me. And like I said, if anybody is comfortable with sending in a voice memo, just like a story you had, like laughing with her or something ridiculous, I would love to hear them.
Yes, all the ridiculous. Everyone's got ridiculous. Tom, do you still have her in your phone as Erin, who I do not hate,
Oh God.
in your phone?
From Sam's house.
Yeah,
From
'cause
the bird in hand.
She was like, Tom hates me, and he's like, I do not, and then he put her in her phone as Erin, who I do not hate.
And then
I think it was at Cherry. I think you already had her in your phone, but I think you did that when we were all together at Cherry Blossom.
Oh
one year.
God,
I
that's
feel
funny.
like she was picking on me one time, and then I changed it
Shocker.
to Erin, who I hate, and I
That's
print
shocking.
screened it
Oh.
and sent it to her. But I changed it back.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Like Tony and Greg and all just mentioning how she just was their ultimate troll.
Yep.
Because she was, but in such a loving way, and that's
Yep.
like that. Those are the things you can remember. Like you can remember the other things also. Like she was, there was a lot to her, and like I'm not even just online. Like I went to a restaurant in town yesterday. And I walked in, and it's a place we go pretty regularly. And literally, when the guys in there who run the place saw me, they were like tearing
Mhm.
up and hugging me. And like, we found out, like, he's like, I found out when I was at a wedding last night, and it absolutely devastated me. Like, like the people that she touched in like just like the weird
Anywhere.
scope of life, yeah, was like, it was incredible. Like I can't even tell you the places where I would see people and they would be like, oh my gosh, like you have no idea, like blah 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 blah, and if you can like do a little bit of what she did like positively,
Yep.
like it's pretty amazing. Like I don't even know. It's like she blows me away still, I'll be perfectly honest, and I miss her dearly, but yeah, we have to remember and like celebrate. That's all. Just celebrate.
That's right.
That's what she wanted.
That's
So-
what she wanted.
Like I'm gonna cry a bunch, but I'm also gonna live and celebrate because she'd be really pissed at me and would argue with me if I didn't.
Oh, yeah. She'd be really mad if we weren't laughing and telling stories and laughing
Yes.
at her and laughing
Yes.
with her. And
That
All
is
of-
how
all of the things.
100% how she lived her life. So
Yep. Yep. And I'm always selfish, and I wanted to keep her all to myself, and
I know. Yep.
it's hard.
It is hard. It is hard.
Hmm.
But I am appreciative of the time I had. I try not to like look back too much, but I am like truly appreciative of the time we did get. We did so much in that little
You
bit of
guys
time.
did so much.
When we would tell like nurses and stuff like that would just like be chit-chatting with or whatever, because of course she would talk to everyone. So we would just tell them stories, and they're like, you did what? You did like, huh? Like, how many things? Like, they were just like, just blown away, especially in the last year, like the amount of stuff she did. They were like, they couldn't comprehend it. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She lived boldly. And even with like little things that you wouldn't think about, like she's got 1,000 selfies with dogs. I have never, and I always go up and pet the dogs, but I've never been to a stranger and be like, can I take a picture with your dog?
Oh. No? Every dog you've ever seen?
Every dog I've ever, like I pet every dog I've ever seen, and I cry a little bit over them because of who I am as a human, but I've never been like, sir, can I take a photo with your dog?
Yep.
Like she did everything so boldly where I was like, I can't believe she's doing that.
Right? I know. Yeah, no, totally. I just want to say that, she was just an amazing person, amazing wife, amazing stepmother, just loved life and lived it the best she could. Like, and please just remember to just appreciate that. Like, that's what, like, the little things actually do matter. Like, all those little selfies that she did with the dogs, they matter. They brought so much joy to her life, So, yeah, focus on that. Please, if you can, send in the thing. I would love to hear everybody's thoughts and remembrances of her. It'll be a couple weeks. I'm not going to rush on something like that. I think we all need time. But if you could, that would be amazing. Just email it. Was it willoram4podcast@gmail.com? Or if you know me, just text me, whatever. But yeah, and if you see me anywhere or see any of us anywhere, just you very welcome to like commiserate or celebrate or whatever with us, whatever it may be.
Yeah. And it's okay if you cry, because I'll probably be crying too.
Yeah, totally.
A lot of springtime when I see you guys.
Try not to now. God.
So I think I'm only not because I'm trying to constantly talk, which good luck editing, Michael. I don't know if you're actually going to edit anything.
I don't think I think I'm going to leave this just raw, because I think it just should be as it is. Yeah. It was more to just express my appreciation to everyone, honestly. Yeah. And that was my thinking. So anything beyond this, you guys are like, I don't think everybody in the audience understands how much they meant to Erin. So like, I want them to kind of know that how important they were, because they're not just like people who listen. Like, a lot of them are friends or or acquaintances or whatever it may be, people you come across. But then there's the people who like we don't hear from or don't talk to, but that like they mattered just as much, because she was able to express what was going on to them too, and it may have helped in some way. And it's like, I don't know, it's amazing. But yeah, like
she remembered everybody. She remembers all of your names. She more than just Instagram handles. She knows, and she knows what everyone had going on in their lives. So
she would say names to me. I'm like, who in the world are you talking about? I felt terrible because I'm bad with names, and she was amazing. Yeah, she knew everything. Yeah, she just cared a lot. So we'll do a little springtime thing. It'll probably be a little looser than normal, but we'll like talk about the weekend or whatever happened when everybody's there.
I hope there's some weird drama we can talk about.
That would be
to
good.
Get back to real life.
She would appreciate that. Yeah.
I hope there's something with cups or clothes.
Oh my God.
Or
yes, please.
Fighting in the corrals or something.
Yes. Can somebody fight somewhere or something? Yeah, she would appreciate that. Something stupid happening would be
like,
her
I
dream.
Need something insane.
I agree.
Like the medals don't get there.
Yeah.
Something crazy.
Yes, they don't make it. Yes.
For like something to make the Run Disney Run Facebook page to just spiral.
Melt down. Yes. She would definitely love that. I totally agree. Yeah. So we'll be back. And like we said, after we do the little thoughts on Erin episode in a couple weeks, like we'll just play it by ear from there and see how we all feel. I mean, I think we all love doing this. I think we just have to see how we feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels weird now, so I don't know.
Yeah. I think we need to be in a like away from it a little bit, like away from the moment a little bit to just see how it all flows and all that. And also, I don't know what'll happen if I can talk uninterrupted on a podcast without her finishing the story for me. How that's going to happen.
I don't know. You guys will hear Michael for the first time, like I did.
Yeah.
You're going to begin and end a story? Are you?
It's unbelievable, but yes, that may happen at some point. But God, I love her. That was the best.
Absolutely.
Tom says I was the one she couldn't do it to because I would just keep talking.
It was true. The two of you drove me nuts when I edit behind the scenes here. I'm like, are either of these two going to stop? Like, I'm like, my God. And it's like one up. And I'm like, and she would be sitting on the couch next to me, looking at me like, what? I'm like, I'm not even, like, don't even talk to me. Like, don't even talk to me right now. Oh, gosh.
So I'm like, I'm just going to keep going. Just going to see if she'll stop.
Nope. Nobody's giving up because they're both so stubborn. Oh, gosh. But, do we want to end with something good just for her?
Oh, God. Maybe. What if we watched? Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just going to say the something good is what we saw the last few days was the good of social media.
Yes.
Right? That was something good. Just everybody coming together and really like as people, as humans and experiencing humanity and appreciating someone and appreciating each other. So that I would say that's my something good. Also something good. I watched Lilo and Stitch for the very first time with her.
The first time,
like
we watched
5
it on
days
Friday.
ago. Yeah. So Lilo and Stitch is my something good because I did watch that for the first time with her. It only took 5 years or 6 years, whatever.
I don't understand how that's even possible. Like
somehow in that time, I have never seen Lilo and Stitch, but I did. We watched it together. So,
yeah. Tom, I don't know if you said, was that the first time you'd seen it or you'd maybe seen it once before?
No, I'd seen it before. When we watched it, last night? When was that?
Friday night.
I really watched it.
Okay. Yeah.
I know it. I've seen it. Like, it's been on in the background, whatever, but like, I really watched it.
Yeah, we I know a group of people last night kind of got together and did like a virtual watch party.
Oh, I saw it was Mal was posting about that,
Mal
right?
posted about
that was so sweet. I love that.
Yeah, it was
so
really
much.
nice. Yeah.
That was so wonderful. And a lot of people like sent cards and stuff in the last few weeks. I'm so like I want to apologize. She never got to open them just because of the circumstances that were going on. But I do have all of them, and I plan on going through them. But she knew they were there. It was just the circumstances of the last few weeks just unfortunately didn't allow for that. It was a little tough. But yeah, no. So that's good. Yeah, that they did that watch. That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's I think part of my something good, is seeing everyone come together.
Yeah.
If I have to give us something good.
Is it Dave Matthews?
Oh, my God.
Are you going to end with a Dave Matthews Band quote?
I'm not going to do a quote. I'm not. Ben Franklin doesn't even meet the moment, but.
I mean, he might.
He might, but no, my something good was. I mean, me and Erin were cut from the same cloth with the influencer crap and the pictures and the postings and yada, yada, yada. But going through the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Whew,
yeah, I don't know
how.
Make
me cry.
I haven't really been able to do it.
I was scrolling my phone and I had to go back to 2017 to that bird in hand, and those giant group pictures. I got one with like at the 5K where like Brittany and Erin and Diana and everyone's turning the corner into the finishing corral, and I just have like a weird side profile picture of Erin in like a Team Shenanigans, tank top, and then the big group pictures, and then just I'm scrolling and scrolling. I have so many pictures with so many people where Erin's face is 45% of the photo. You know what I'm talking about.
Erin's like, let's do a selfie. It's 80% my face, and then everyone else in the back.
Everybody else in the background.
but that's the good stuff, right? Like,
Yep.
So good.
Yep.
like that's the stuff. Like, there's not enough selfies. Like,
No.
in every group, there's somebody that's like, let's take a picture.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
I'd always
You never
tease
know.
her because she'd always be like posting these photos. And I was like, that's because you're an influencer. She's like, I don't even want to be an influencer. I was like, you're a liar.
What a liar.
I think
What
a little
liar.
bit. She would alys say no, but I think she had,
Yes, I
her
was
personality was just,
like, it just naturally
I
was
think it
that.
I think it was less the influencer life than just, I want to celebrate the
I wanna
people
share
around me. I want to
everything.
document
Yeah.
this for history. Like,
Yeah.
so that's the good stuff. That's my something good is just all of the pictures.
There you go. I love that. Well, I'm going to
Okay.
flip this on its head and I'm going to do a quote.
Okay.
So this is the quote that she had from, I think it was on Pace Yourself, talking about the Donna that she told someone. She said, "First of all, you honor me by crushing your goals. That is what I want. I don't need you to be with me. I need you to do you, and I need you to have your own dreams and crush your own goals every single day. And that is how you honor me."
That's her. That's Erin.
I'm trying not. I'm holding it together as best I
Man.
possibly can in that one.
All
But
right.
thank you, everyone, and yeah, we'll talk to you. Sorry.
We love
Bye.
you.
Bye.